Hey pretties, many of you know that I am a history teacher, so welcome to this new series that I have started to do on my channel. This is my educational series where I will tackle everything educational. I will visit historical places, do travel vlogs, and things of that nature. The first video in this series is how the states got their nicknames, so if they will interest you, like this video. If you are new here, subscribe to this channel. Now, let's hop straight into today's video. Let's begin with the first state of Alabama, nicknamed the Yellowhammer State. The state of Alabama got this nickname because during the Civil War, their soldiers' uniforms resembled a yellow hammer. Arizona, the Grand Canyon State. This is self-explanatory. Arizona is home to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, which is the Grand Canyon. I'm actually going here for my birthday this year. So all of my Phoenix people, comment down below some things I should do while I'm there. All right, shout out to my people in Arkansas, specifically Little Rock, and my people at UAPB. Arkansas is nicknamed the natural state because of its natural greenery that exudes certain parts of the state. Now, let's keep it going. California is known as the Golden State. I actually thought California, was called the Gold Rush State for some reason, but it is the Golden State because during the westward expansion age, people actually travel out west in search of gold. All right, Cold Colorado, the Centennial State. The Centennial State got its name because it joined the Union 100 years after the Declaration of Independence was adopted. Now, let's keep it moving to the state of Connecticut, aka the Constitution State. Now, Connecticut and Delaware have been in beef for years. When I was doing my research, I found that out because the Constitution was not actually written in Connecticut. Now, Delaware came back and said, okay, y'all can have that, and whatever y'all claim that y'all were the first person to come up with the Constitution, is fine. I'm still going to be a part of history because I am the first state. I love Delaware's energy because, nothing's better than the first. All right, Georgia. Georgia is the peach state because of its peach-producing agricultural economy. Moving on to Hawaii. Hawaii is called the Aloha State because the native Hawaiians wanted to maintain their culture and their welcoming hospitality. And aloha means hello. All right, let's keep it moving. Idaho. Now, many people believe that the state of Idaho has large deposits of gems such as minerals and diamonds. Native Idahos, let me know, is that true? All right, let's keep it moving to the state of Illinois, the Prairie State. Now, the Prairie State got its nickname because there is a large amount of prairie grass that grows in the state of Illinois. Now, while I was conducting research for this video, I could not for the life of me find out why Indiana refers to themselves as the Hoosier State. There was really no research available for it, but I do know it is the nickname for Indiana University, and is also their mascot. All right, let's talk about the state of Iowa. Fun fact, the Hawkeye State is named after a bird that it isn't actually a bird. It got its name from The Last of the Mohicans book. Kansas, the Sunflower State. A lot of sunflowers grow here, so they call themselves the Sunflower State. All right, Kentucky, aka the Bluegrass State. They call themselves this because of the genre of music that made Kentucky famous, aside from their fried chicken. All right, Louisiana, the Pelican State. They refer to themselves as the Pelican State because of the brown-haired pelican that you can see in the state all the time. All right, let's talk about the pine tree state, Maine. Maine calls themselves this because they have a lot of pine trees growing here. I like how most of the states just kept it simple. Like if we have a lot of something or we have a lot of species or something, that's going to be the nickname. We sticking to it. Now let's move on to Maryland. Maryland is called the Old Line State. It is believed that former President George Washington used the term Old Line as a term of endearment for soldiers during the Revolutionary War. Massachusetts, the Bay State. Massachusetts got a name because the state has 5 large bays, and they are beautiful, like beautiful from what I have seen and from what people say. Michigan has 2 nicknames. I don't know if I got time for all that, but they call themselves the Great Lakes State as well as the Wolverine State. So Michigan, I'm going to need you to pick one because for one, there aren't Wolverines in the state of Michigan. So Michigan, I need you to pick one. Now, the Great Lakes stem from the fact that Michigan sits on 4 of the 5 Great Lakes, but the Wolverine state nickname is not very clear because it is not even home to the Wolverine animal. All right, what's with these M state and these two names? The land of 10,000 lakes and the North Star State in Minnesota. Minnesota actually has way more than 10,000 lakes. And, oh, I hope I don't butcher this. Y'all know I got a strong Mississippi accent, but the term La Toile du Nord is Minnesota's state motto, which means Star of the North. Now, M-I, cricket, I, cricket, I, the humpback, I, Mississippi, pride. Mississippi, my home state. Y'all just don't know Mississippi, what it is, what it do. If you are from the SIP, comment down below. We call ourselves the Magnolia State because of the magnolia flowers that grow here. But if you look at your driver's license, Mississippi, we're also known as the hospitality state because that's what we show. We show a genuine amount of love, man, just love. Shout out to the SIP. Missouri is the show me state. Now, a congressman is believed to have gotten into another congressman while they was on Capitol Hill, and he said, I'm from Missouri. You got to do more than that. You got to show me. And the name just kind of stuck with them. Montana. I actually ran across somebody on TikTok that recently moved to Montana, and I'm actually intrigued. Because I thought it was just cold. You know, I thought it was very cold there, but the treasure state came because a lot of people believe that there's a lot of gold and silver in the state of Montana. Comment down below if you believe that it's true. The Cornhusker state of Nebraska. This is one of their leading agricultural economies in the state, so they call themselves the Cornhusker state. That's also one of their mascots there. The state of Nevada got its nickname, the Battleborn state, because it joined the Union during one of the deadliest conflicts in American history. All right, let's talk about the state of New Hampshire, the granite state. Now, the granite state of New Hampshire got its name because of the huge granite industry that is located here. All right, let's talk about New Jersey, the Garden State. I used to love me some Jersey Shore and Real Housewives of New Jersey back in the day. But anyway, the Garden State got its name because of its huge flora and agricultural produce. Moving along to the land of enchantment in New Mexico, it calls itself this because of the huge amount of outdoor activities that is available, i.e. enchantment. Let's talk about the Empire State of New York City. Now, New York got the name Empire State because of the Empire State Building. And now, from what the people said in my research, George Washington called it the seat of the empire. Y'all let me know, New Yorkers. Let's talk about the Tar Heel state of North Carolina now. Tar is vastly produced in the state of North Carolina, which gives it the Tar Heel state nickname. North Dakota, the Peace Garden state. Now, the Peace Garden state refers to the International Peace Garden on North Dakota's border with Canada. Let's talk about Ohio. William Henry Harrison is actually believed to have given the Buckeye State its nickname because this nut actually resembles the eye of a buck, aka a male deer. And so Ohio just said, okay, we're going to call ourselves the Buckeye State. Now, let's talk about Oklahoma, the Sooner State. It is believed that the U.S. government offered a lot of land in the state of Oklahoma, and it was on a first-come, first-served basis. The sooner you get there, the sooner you get it, a.k.a. the Oklahoma Sooners. Oregon always looks so peaceful, a.k.a. the Beaver State. Now, this state is believed to have a lot of beavers, and the demand for beaver pelt is what actually gave the state its nickname. All right, unlike other states, Pennsylvania actually got their nickname because of their geographical location. It sits directly in the middle or keystone of the original 13 colonies, and I thought that was very unique. Now let's talk about the state of, before I move on, go Steelers. That was my daddy's favorite team. Where's Stone Pop? All right, let's talk about Rhode Island, the plantation state. Actually, the first settlers called Rhode Island Providence Plantation. South Carolina, the Palmetto state. The nickname Palmetto State derived from South Carolina state tree, the sable palmetto. I've made it to South Dakota, Mount Rushmore State. Y'all know, come on now. Do I really have to explain this? I guess I do, because I did the video. This is home to Mount Rushmore. Tennessee, this is where I currently live, the volunteer state. All right, so if you've been living in Tennessee, I'm sure you heard of the Vols, the volunteer state. During the Mexican-American War, over 30,000 soldiers volunteered from the state of Tennessee, i.e. the volunteer state. I always wondered that when I moved here, like, why do they call themselves the volunteer state? Texas. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas, the Lone Star State. If you are familiar with Texas state flag, then you see that they have a flag with a one star, with a lone star. And Texas has always been very hyper independent. All right, Utah, the beehive state, is believed to be the land of milk and honey. Nothing to do with bees. Vermont, the Green Mountain State. Vermont's name is actually derived from the French, which means Green Mountain. Virginia, Old Dominion. The nickname derived from the fact that Virginia was the first and therefore the oldest of the overseas dominions of kings and queens of England. Washington is the evergreen state because of the huge presence of evergreens that you can see as you ride up and down the highways there. West Virginia is the mountain state because it is home to the Appalachian Mountains. Fun fact, West Virginia is the only state that sits completely within the Appalachian Mountains. Did you know that? I think that the state of Wisconsin would actually have something dairy related in their title, but I'm actually, as I visit these states, I'm going to do a misconception video, so I can't wait for that. There's just a little sneak preview of what I have coming. But it's also called, what is actually called the Badger State, because during the westward expansion era, a lot of miners were resembling, and they were doing things that resemble an actual badger. They were digging a lot of tunnels out in search of gold and other types of gems. Let's talk about the last state on the list, Wyoming, the equality state. It is called the equality state because it is the first state that gave women the right to vote. Well, that'll do it. We have made it to the end of my first educational video. I hope you all have liked it. Don't forget to like this video on your way out of here. Subscribe to the channel. All of this was based on research that is available on the internet. So if there were anything that you would like to dispute, please do so respectfully in the comment section down below. Again, this was based strictly off information that I got off the internet. If you have another belief or if you have something else that you would like to add to why your state got their perspective nickname, just comment down below and let's talk about it. And I will see you all on the next one. Subscribe on your way out. Peace.